My belief and theory in life is to destroy or be destroyed, and I'm looking forward to destroying.
He once offended some members of the boxing press when he said after knocking out Jesse Ferguson with a similar shot that his objective was to drive the nose bone up into the brain.
Another one on your belt, another notch. Was this harder than you anticipated?
No, not at all, because I knew that he was going to come up, he was talking, and the way he was talking, I knew he was hyped. He was ready to go, and I knew I was the best fighter in the world.
Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. They said Mike Tyson was the baddest man on the planet. Knocking niggas out was his hobby and his habit. The youngest undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, with the richest fast cars, condominiums and fit girls. He had a good start though, trained by Costi Amato, from an unruly Negro with a lisp and fat afro into a mid-ring monster, record-breaking boxer, jawbone powerhouse puncher, bone cruncher. Remember him knocking out Michael Spinks, 90 seconds all it took. A mix of intimidation, uppercuts and left hooks. At least Winkleton Thomas lasted longer than Spinks, but the amount of time he fell and wobbled, it looked like he had too much to drink. Tyrrell Biggs cried like a kid, scored like a pig, and the punishment might give to his jawbones and ribs. Bruno, he lasted 5 rounds and got gobbled up. Even with my stiff nigga wobble Mike, he was too scared to follow up. After X amount of defenses, the heavyweights were done justice when Mike came unstuck against the rough Buster Douglas. The fight was supposed to be easy peasy, Tokyo Japanesey. Mike weren't really supposed to lose by knockout, believe me, but he was having trouble in the life that he was living. Plus he done the wrong thing, hooked up with Don King. His heart was cut to ribbons by Robin Givens. Then he got stitched up by Desiree Washington and sent to prison. Even before he went to jail, he lost his invincibility shield. So in his last fight, the nigga got stopped by Holyfield. Before the fight, Mike said Holyfield wasn't in the same legal class. He had to apologize cause the Vander whipped his ass. So who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. The 28th of June came soon, it was the rematch. Supposed to be the 3rd of May, but Tyson put the date back. Judgment Night 2 is here. Who's feeling fear? Is it revenge or repeat? Which one of my niggas is gonna get beat? Holyfield's a champion, Mike Tyson be the challenger. Mike be the Iron Man, Evander be the warrior. Mills Lane is the ref, Jimmy Lennon Jr. be the announcer. Don King be promoting, talking and showboating. Las Vegas be the venue, big fights be on the menu. But it's the clash of the heavyweights that drew the crowd through the gate. Ding ding, round 1 now, the clash of the titans has begun. Firing shots to the dome like a madman with a gun. There's nowhere to run for Holyfield and Tyson, but they both look strung like some bison. Dangerous and enticing, the fight's kinda even as Holyfield tries to turn it up. In round 2, Tyson sustains a cut from an unintentional headbutt. Correct by this, he attacks with 2 fists, feeling this. Most of the blows Mike tried to throw were wild, so they miss. Ding ding, end of round 2, the fighters go back to their corners. Sit down, drink some water, get the battle strategies in order. Now the 3rd round bell sounds, is somebody about to go down? Not quite, but my nigga Iron Mike becomes dirty and low down. Mike must have thought Holyfield was a real me, Lavander. Mike didn't listen clear and thought they said fight of the ear. It was obvious to me and you and boxing fans through and through. The so-called baddest man on the planet bit off more than he could chew. He showed his fear by riding Evander's ear not once but twice. Spat out a piece of flesh and licked the blood from his lips like shit was nice. Tyson is disqualified, Evander remains the champ. Mike went out like a hoe with tactics dirty like a champ. Banned from boxing for a year, but Mike will be back soon. Maybe to fight Evander with a knife and fork or Tim with a spoon. So who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. Who's really the baddest man on the planet? Running up your mouth, that's a fucking bad habit. God damn it.
Regardless of what I did, he booked me for 2 fights.
But you got to address it, Mike.
I did address it. I addressed it in the ring.
Why did you do that, though, Mike? I mean, was that the proper response?
Look at me. I gotta go home and my kids are gonna be scared of me. Look at me, man.
If you feel that you can whoop me, why you can't whoop with the gloves on? Well, this is a boxing match. This is not a rumble. When the fight is over, then you get brave and you really want to fight. I'm saying you had a chance to fight. You know why you got to bite on my ear?